Anna wiped down the last table in the diner, her mind drifting back to memories she usually kept tucked away. The worn cloth glided over the surface with practiced ease, but her thoughts were far from the present. The late afternoon sun streamed through the windows, casting a warm glow over the empty chairs and counters, reminiscent of the flickering sunlight that had once danced through the trees of her childhood home.
"Closing time already, Anna?"
Chris's voice broke through her reverie, pulling her back to the present moment. "Yes, Chris," Anna replied, forcing a smile as she walked over to the counter where he was busy wiping down the stove. "Another day, another dollar, right?" Chris chuckled, his weathered face creasing into a smile.
"That's right, Anna. But you know what they say? Hard work pays off. And you've been working harder than anyone I know."
Anna nodded, her smile faltering slightly as she glanced around the diner. "I guess so. Sometimes it feels like this is all I've ever known." Chris frowned, sensing the weight of her words.
"You ever think about where you'd be if you hadn't found your way here?"
Anna's gaze drifted to the floor, her mind flooded with memories of a past she had worked so hard to forget. "Sometimes," she admitted quietly. "But then I remember how lucky I am to have found you and this place. I don't know where I'd be without you, Chris." Chris's expression softened, a mixture of sadness and understanding in his eyes.
"Well, I'm glad you found your way here, Anna. You're like family to me."
Anna's throat tightened with emotion, a lump forming as she struggled to find the right words. "Thank you, Chris. That means more to me than you'll ever know." As they fell into a comfortable silence, Anna's thoughts drifted back to her childhood, a time filled with hunger, violence, and fear. She remembered the dilapidated house she had grown up in, the peeling paint and creaking floorboards, a stark contrast to the cozy warmth of the diner. She remembered the long nights spent huddled in bed, her stomach aching from hunger as she listened to the sounds of her parents' arguments echoing through the walls. And then there were the memories she tried to forget, the bruises and the scars, the harsh words and the cold indifference. She remembered the day she had finally mustered the courage to run away, the adrenaline coursing through her veins as she hitchhiked to New York City in search of a better life. But the city had been a harsh mistress, its streets unforgiving and its people indifferent to her struggles. She had slept on park benches and in abandoned buildings, her dreams of a better life fading with each passing day. She had done whatever it took to survive, selling newspapers, begging for money, even resorting to theft when she had no other choice. And then, just when she started to lose hope, she had met Chris, a kind-hearted man who had offered her a job at his diner. He had given her a second chance, a glimmer of hope in the darkness of her despair. He had taught her how to read and write, how to navigate the complexities of city life, and most importantly, how to believe in herself again. "Hey, Chris," Anna said suddenly, her voice breaking through the silence like a ray of sunlight piercing through the clouds. "You know what would make this night even better?" Chris raised an eyebrow, curious.
"What's that, Anna?"
"A slice of your famous apple pie," Anna declared with a grin, "with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top." Chris laughed, shaking his head fondly.
"You never could resist my pie, could you? All right, one slice coming right up."
As Chris disappeared into the kitchen to fetch the pie, Anna couldn't help but smile to herself. Despite the hardships she had faced in the past, she knew that she was exactly where she was meant to be, surrounded by good food, good company, and a sense of belonging that she had never known before. As she savoured each sweet bite of pie, she couldn't help but feel grateful for every twist and turn that had led her to this moment, to Chris, to the diner, and to the family she had found along the way. One night, as Anna walked home from work, the city lights flickered like distant stars against the darkening sky. Her worn-out sneakers scuffed against the pavement, each step a rhythmic echo of her weary thoughts. The weight of the day's toil hung heavy on her shoulders, but as she turned the corner onto her street, her gaze fell upon a sight that pierced through her fatigue. A man and a little girl sat huddled on the sidewalk, their forms silhouetted against the dim glow of a flickering street lamp. They looked dirty and dishevelled, their clothes tattered and their faces streaked with grime. A thin blanket draped over their hunched figures, offering little protection against the biting chill of the night air. Anna's heart clenched with empathy as she approached them cautiously, her footsteps tentative against the cold concrete. "Excuse me, sir, are you okay?" she asked, her voice soft with concern. The man looked up at her with weary eyes, his face weathered by hardship and exhaustion. His scruffy beard bristled against his sunken cheeks, and his hands trembled as he pulled the little girl closer to him. She peered up at Anna with wide, wary eyes, her small frame shivering in the cold.
"We're fine, thank you," the man replied, his voice strained with forced politeness. But Anna could see through the facade, the thin veil of pride masking the desperation in their eyes. She knew all too well the struggles of life on the streets, the harsh reality of hunger and homelessness. And as she looked at the man and the child before her, her heart ached with a familiar ache, the ache of loneliness, of longing for something more. "Listen, I don't mean to intrude," Anna began gently, her voice trembling with empathy. "But it's freezing out here. Why don't you come with me to my place? I have some food and a spare room. You can stay there for the night if you want." The man's eyes widened with surprise, a flicker of hope sparking within their depths. He hesitated for a moment, his gaze flickering between Anna and the little girl nestled against his chest. And then, with a weary sigh, he nodded, the weight of their burdens too heavy to bear alone. "Thank you, miss. You're very kind," he murmured gratefully, his voice choked with emotion. "We really appreciate it."
Anna smiled warmly, relief flooding through her as she reached out to help them up from the cold pavement. She led them through the winding streets to her apartment, the familiar sights and sounds of the city fading into the background as they walked. As they reached her building, Anna unlocked the door and ushered them inside, the warmth of her home enveloping them like a comforting embrace. She led them down the narrow hallway to the spare room, the soft glow of lamplight illuminating their weary faces. "Welcome to my humble abode," Anna said cheerfully, her voice warm with hospitality. "Make yourselves comfortable." She showed them the simple comforts of the room. A bed piled high with blankets, a closet stocked with spare clothes, and a window overlooking the bustling streets below. She gave them fresh towels and toiletries, urging them to use the bathroom and freshen up after their long journey. "I'll make some dinner for us," Anna offered, her voice soft with kindness. "You can join me in the kitchen when you're ready." With that, she left them to settle in, the soft sound of their footsteps echoing through the empty apartment. Alone in the kitchen, Anna set to work, the rhythmic clatter of pots and pans filling the silence as she cooked a simple meal of pasta and salad. As the savoury aroma filled the air, Anna's thoughts drifted to the man and the child in the other room. Strangers, brought together by the twists and turns of fate, bound by a shared struggle for survival. And as she set the table for 3, her heart swelled with a sense of purpose, a sense of belonging that she had longed for all her life. After a while, they emerged from the room. They looked much cleaner and fresher than before. The man had shaved his beard and combed his hair. He wore a clean shirt and pants that Anna had lent him from her closet. The girl had washed her hair and face and wore a new dress that Anna had bought for her from a thrift store. They joined Anna in the kitchen and thanked her for the clothes. "You're welcome," Anna said warmly. "Oh, I'm glad they fit you." The man nodded, a grateful smile touching his lips.
"Yeah, thanks a lot. It feels good to be clean again."
She served them dinner and they ate together. They chatted about various things, but Anna noticed that they were very vague about their details. They didn't tell her their names or where they came from or why they were homeless. Anna didn't want to pry too much, so she respected their privacy. She figured they had their reasons for being secretive. Maybe they were running away from something or someone. Maybe they had suffered some trauma or loss. She decided to focus on the positive aspects of their situation. She was happy to have some company for once, and she enjoyed their conversation. "So, how long have you guys been on the streets?" Anna asked, trying to break the ice a little. The man exchanged a glance with the girl before answering.
It's been a while. We've been drifting for some time now."
Anna nodded, not wanting to push further. "I'm glad you found your way here. You're welcome to stay as long as you need." They exchanged grateful glances, but their expressions remained guarded. Anna could sense their reluctance to open up, but she didn't want to press the issue. Instead, she steered the conversation towards lighter topics. "I must say, you two seem quite talented," Anna commented, gesturing towards the man. "I saw some of your sketches earlier. They're really impressive." The man's eyes brightened a bit at the compliments.
"Oh, thanks. Yeah, I've been drawing for as long as I can remember. It's kind of therapeutic, you know?"
Anna smiled encouragingly. "I can imagine. And what about you?" She turned to the girl. "Do you have any hobbies or interests?" The girl nodded shyly. "I love reading and playing games. It helps me escape reality for a little while." "That's wonderful," Anna said genuinely. "I have a few books lying around if you'd like to borrow them." The girl's eyes lit up with excitement. "Really? That would be amazing!" As they continued to chat, Anna couldn't shake the feeling that something was weighing heavily on their minds. They seemed distant, as if lost in their thoughts. She wanted to help them, but she didn't know how to approach the topic without intruding on their privacy. "Don't worry," Anna said kindly, sensing their unease. "Things will get better for you soon. You just have to keep trying and never give up. There's always a way out of any situation. You just have to find it." The man and the girl looked at her with gratitude and admiration. They thanked her for her words of encouragement and her hospitality.
"You're an angel, miss," the man said sincerely. "You've done more for us than anyone else ever has. We don't know how to repay you."
Anna blushed and shook her head. "You don't have to repay me anything," she said modestly. "I'm just happy to help. You're my guests and I'm your friend." She hugged them both tightly, feeling a rush of warmth at their genuine appreciation. At that moment, she knew she had made the right decision in offering them shelter. They may have been strangers, but they were also kindred spirits in need of compassion and understanding. Anna suggested they watch a movie together on her TV. "How about a comedy?" she proposed, scrolling through the channels. John and his daughter Lily nodded in agreement, both eager for some light-hearted entertainment. They settled on a classic comedy and snuggled up on the couch as Anna hit play. The movie was filled with jokes and antics, and soon enough, laughter filled the room. John's hearty chuckles mixed with Lily's infectious giggles, and Anna couldn't help but join in. It felt like they were old friends, enjoying a cozy night together. As the credits rolled and the movie came to an end, Anna checked the time. "Wow, it's getting late," she remarked. "We should probably get some sleep." John and Lily nodded, reluctantly tearing their eyes away from the screen. They followed Anna back to the spare room, grateful for the comfortable beds she had provided. "Good night," Anna said, tucking them in with a warm smile. "Sleep well."
"Good night,"
John and Lily echoed, their voices soft with gratitude.
"Thank you for everything."
With a final smile, Anna closed the door and made her way to her room. She changed into her pajamas, feeling content and at peace. She had made 2 new friends today, and she hoped they would stay with her for a while. As she settled into bed, she couldn't help but replay the events of the day in her mind. Despite the unexpected turn of events, she felt happy. She had been able to help John and Lily, even if it was just for one night. With that comforting thought, Anna closed her eyes and drifted off to sleep, her heart full of warmth and gratitude. The next morning, Anna woke up early and got ready for work. She put on her uniform, grabbed her bag, and made her way to the kitchen to prepare some breakfast for herself and her guests. Humming softly to herself, Anna cracked a couple of eggs into a frying pan, the sizzle of the oil filling the quiet apartment. She couldn't wait to share a meal with John and Lily before they started their day. Knocking gently on their door, Anna waited for a response before opening it. To her surprise, the room was empty. The bed was neatly made, the closet devoid of their borrowed clothes, and the window was slightly ajar. A pang of disappointment and confusion pierced Anna's heart. Where had they gone? Why did they leave without saying goodbye? Did they not like her? Did they not trust her? Her mind raced with questions, but before she could dwell on them, she noticed a small piece of paper lying on the pillow. With trembling hands, she picked it up and read the handwritten note. It said,
"Dear Anna, we're sorry we have to leave so suddenly, but we had no choice. We can't explain everything, but we want you to know that we're very grateful for your kindness and generosity. You're a wonderful person, and we're lucky to have met you. We left you something in your backpack as a token of our appreciation. We hope you like it. Please don't look for us or try to contact us. It's better this way. Trust us. We'll always remember you in our hearts. Your friends, John and Lily."
Tears welled up in Anna's eyes as she absorbed the heartfelt words. She felt a mixture of emotions: sadness at their sudden departure, gratitude for their kind words, and confusion over their cryptic message. "They're gone," Anna murmured to herself, her voice barely above a whisper. But why? What happened? Her thoughts swelled as she tried to make sense of the situation. She wanted to see them again, to talk to them, to understand why they had left so suddenly. With a heavy heart, Anna turned her attention to her backpack, where they had left her a mysterious gift. She unzipped it slowly, her hands trembling with anticipation. Inside, nestled amongst her belongings, was a painting, a beautiful, lifelike portrait of Anna, John and Lily sitting on the couch watching a movie together. The colours were vibrant, the details exquisite, and Anna's heart swelled with emotion as she gazed at the scene. "It's beautiful," Anna whispered, her voice choked with emotion. "But why did they leave this behind? And why did they leave at all?" As she pondered these questions, Anna couldn't shake the feeling of sadness that lingered in the air. She had grown fond of John and Lily in the short time they had spent together, and their sudden departure left a void in her heart. But amidst the sadness, there was also gratitude for the friendship they had shared, for the memories they had created, and for the kindness they had shown her. With a heavy sigh, Anna wiped away her tears and resolved to cherish the painting as a reminder of their brief but meaningful connection. She hung it on her wall, where it would serve as a constant reminder of the bond they had shared. Anna grabbed her bag again and headed to the door. She was still sad and confused, but she also felt a sense of hope and wonder. Maybe they would come back someday. Maybe they wouldn't. Maybe she would find out the truth about them. Maybe she wouldn't. But she knew one thing for sure. They had touched her life in a way that no one else had. They had shown her kindness, friendship, and love. They had made her happy, even if it was for a short time. They had given her a gift that she would cherish forever. Locking the door behind her, Anna walked to the bus stop, her mind spinning with thoughts. She took out her phone and checked the news, just out of habit. What she saw made her gasp. The headlines blared, "Missing billionaire and his daughter found alive after 5 years of disappearance. John and Lily Smith reunite with their family after escaping from kidnappers. Art collector and philanthropist John Smith offers reward for information on his captors." Anna couldn't believe what she was reading. She recognized the pictures of John and Lily on the screen. They were the same people who had stayed with her last night. They were not poor and homeless. They were rich and famous. They had been kidnapped 5 years ago by a gang of criminals who had demanded a ransom for their release. They had been held captive in a secret location where they had been tortured and abused. They had managed to escape yesterday when their captors had left them alone for a while. They had run away and found their way to the city where they had met Anna. They had not told her who they were because they were afraid that someone might recognize them and alert their kidnappers. They had not stayed with her for long because they knew they had to contact their family and the police as soon as possible. They had left her a painting as a thank you because they knew it was the only thing they could give her without revealing their identity. They had left her a note as goodbye because they knew they couldn't stay in touch with her without putting her in danger. They had left her in the dark because they wanted to protect her from their enemies. Anna felt a mix of shock, disbelief, and joy as she read the news. She couldn't believe that she had met 2 of the most wanted people in the world. She couldn't believe that they had trusted her and cared for her. She couldn't believe that they were safe and free now. She cried tears of joy as she realized how lucky she was to have crossed paths with them. She hoped that they were happy and well now. She hoped that they would remember her as fondly as she remembered them. She hoped that someday, somehow, they might meet again. Anna sat down at the bus stop, her mind racing with a million questions. She glanced at her phone, then back at the headlines. It was surreal, like something out of a movie. "Excuse me, miss, is this seat taken?" A voice interrupted her thoughts. Anna looked up to see an elderly woman standing in front of her, holding a small bag of groceries. She shook her head, smiling warmly. "No, not at all. Please have a seat." The woman nodded gratefully and settled down beside Anna. "Thank you, dear. Lovely weather we're having today, isn't it?" Anna chuckled softly, grateful for the distraction. "Oh, yes, it is. Makes you appreciate the little things in life, doesn't it?" The woman nodded in agreement, her eyes twinkling with warmth. "Indeed it does. So, what's got you so lost in thought, if you don't mind me asking?" Anna hesitated for a moment, unsure of how to put her thoughts into words. But something about the woman's gentle presence put her at ease. "Well, it's a long story. You see, I met someone last night, a man and a girl. They stayed with me for the night, but they had left suddenly this morning." The woman listened intently, her expression sympathetic. "Oh, that sounds like quite the adventure. Are you okay?" Anna nodded, a small smile playing on her lips. "Yes, I'm fine. It's just... they were different, special, you know?" And now I've just found out that they're not who I thought they were. They're... She trailed off, struggling to find the right words, but the woman seemed to understand. They're not who you thought they were, but they're still special to you. Is that it? Anna nodded, her eyes filling with tears. Yes, exactly. It's like I've lost something, even though I never really had it in the first place. The woman reached out and placed a comforting hand on Anna's shoulder. I understand, dear, but sometimes the people who come into our lives for just a moment can leave the biggest impact. They teach us things about ourselves, about the world, and about what it means to be human. And even though they may be gone, their memory lives on in our hearts. Anna nodded, feeling a sense of peace wash over her. Thank you. I needed to hear that. The woman smiled warmly. Any time, dear. Remember, you never know what the future holds. Maybe you'll see them again someday. Maybe you won't. But what matters is the time you shared and the lessons you learnt along the way. Anna wiped away her tears and smiled back at the woman. You're right. Thank you for reminding me of that. The woman patted her hand gently before standing up. Well, I should be off. Take care of yourself, dear, and remember, there's always a silver lining even in the darkest of clouds. With a wave and a smile, the woman walked away, leaving Anna lost in thought once again. She glanced at her phone, then back at the headlines. Maybe there was a silver lining after all. Anna arrived at work feeling a little more at peace with herself. The events of the morning still weighed heavily on her mind, but the encounter with the elderly woman had given her some much-needed perspective. As she entered the diner, Chris greeted her with a warm smile.
Hey there, Anna. You're looking a bit brighter today. Everything okay?
Anna returned his smile, grateful for his kindness. Yeah, Chris, I'm doing all right. Just had a lot on my mind this morning, that's all. Chris nodded understandingly.
Well, you can always talk to me if you need to, right?
Anna's heart swelled with gratitude. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. As she went about her duties, Anna couldn't help but think about John and Lily. She wondered what they were doing, where they were if they were thinking about her too. The thought brought a bittersweet smile to her lips.
Anna, could you take care of these orders for me? Chris called from the kitchen, interrupting her thoughts.
Sure thing, Chris, Anna replied, shaking herself out of her reverie. I'll get right on it. As she worked, the diner began to fill up with customers, the familiar bustle and chatter filling the air. Anna moved from table to table, taking orders, serving food, and chatting with the regulars. But no matter how busy she kept herself, she couldn't shake the feeling of emptiness that lingered in her heart. Anna had passed the 6 months since she had met John and Lily with a mix of hope and hardship. She was still struggling to make ends meet, working long hours at the diner and barely paying her bills. She had no family or friends to support her, and she often felt lonely and depressed. Anna always liked working in the diner with Chris, and now there was another thing she wanted to pursue, which was art, after meeting John. She told Chris about her aspirations, and he was so happy for Anna.
Anna, I always thought you had a talent for art, Chris said, wiping down the counter. I'm glad you're thinking about pursuing it.
Anna smiled gratefully. Thanks, Chris. It's just... I don't know how I'm going to afford it. Art school is expensive and I can barely pay my rent as it is. Chris nodded understandingly.
Well, I'm always here to help you out. Maybe we can figure something out together.
Anna hesitated, feeling guilty about burdening Chris with her problems. I appreciate that, Chris, but I don't want to rely on you for everything. I'll figure it out on my own. Chris frowned slightly, but respected Anna's independence.
All right, Anna. Just know that I'm here if you need anything.
She had started to save up for her art school, working extra shifts whenever she could and cutting back on expenses wherever possible. It was a slow process, but she was determined to make her dream a reality. She had often wondered where John and his daughter Lily were and how they were doing. She had followed their story on the news and she had seen their interviews and appearances. She had felt happy for their reunion and recovery and proud of their justice and bravery. She had also felt sad about their departure and silence, and she had felt curious about their future and plans. She had wished that they would contact her or visit her, but she had also understood that they might not. She had respected their privacy and their choices, but she had also hoped for their friendship and their return. She had missed them and loved them, and she had prayed for them and waited for them. One evening, as Anna was working at the diner, there was a father and daughter who came in wearing hats and scarves that covered most of their faces. Anna couldn't help but feel a sense of déjà vu as she approached their table. "What can I get for you folks?" Anna asked, trying to contain her excitement.
"We'll have the pasta and salad, please," the man said, his voice muffled by his scarf. Anna nodded and went to fetch their order. As she walked back to the kitchen, she couldn't shake the feeling that she knew the customers from somewhere. Suddenly, it hit her like a bolt of lightning. It was John and Lily. She couldn't believe her eyes as she set their food down on the table. She tried to maintain her composure as she served them, but her hands were shaking with excitement. As she was about to leave, Lily reached out and grabbed her hand, pulling off her hat and scarf to reveal her face. Anna gasped in surprise and delight. "Lily! John!" The three of them shared a joyful reunion, hugging and laughing as tears streamed down Anna's face. "Anna, it's so good to see you again,"
John said, his eyes shining with happiness. "Lily, you've grown so much," Anna exclaimed, ruffling the girl's hair affectionately. "We missed you so much, Anna. You're the best friend we ever had," Lily said, giving her a warm smile. Anna felt her heart swell with love and gratitude. She had missed them more than words could express, and seeing them again felt like a dream come true. Anna invited them to sit down and offered them some coffee and pie. She couldn't believe they were here in her diner after all this time. She had so many questions for them, but she didn't want to overwhelm them. She decided to let them talk first. "You guys look tired," Anna said, concern evident in her voice as she poured them a cup of steaming coffee. "It's been a long journey, hasn't it?" John nodded gratefully as he took a sip of the hot beverage.
"Yeah, it has, but we're just grateful to be here, Anna. We've missed you."
Lily smiled softly, her eyes filled with emotion. "You were always so kind to us, Anna. We never forget that." Anna felt a lump form in her throat as she looked at them. "I never forgot about you two either. I've been wondering what happened to you ever since you left." John shifted uncomfortably in his seat, his gaze dropping to his cup.
"We owe you an apology, Anna. We left without saying goodbye, and we never contacted you. We were afraid that our enemies might find you and hurt you. We wanted to protect you, but we also hurt you. We're so sorry."
Anna shook her head and smiled. "You don't have to apologize, John. I understand why you did what you did. You were in a dangerous situation and you had to do what was best for you and Lily. I'm just glad you're safe and free now." John looked up at her, gratitude shining in his eyes.
"Thank you, Anna. That means a lot to us."
Lily reached out and squeezed Anna's hand. "You were always like a mother to us, Anna. We never would have made it out of there without your kindness and support." Tears pricked at the corners of Anna's eyes as she listened to them. "You two were like family to me. I'm just glad you're okay." John took a deep breath, steeling himself to tell Anna their story.
"Anna, we want to tell you everything. How we escaped, how we struggled, how we changed our lives. We want you to know the truth because you deserve to know. You were the first person who showed us kindness and compassion after 5 years of hell. You were the light in our darkness. You were the reason we kept going. You were our angel, Anna."
Anna felt her heart swell with emotion as she reached out to hold their hands. "I'm here to listen, John. Take your time." And so, over cups of coffee and slices of pie, John and Lily recounted their harrowing tale to Anna.
"We were kidnapped by a ruthless gang who wanted to extort money from our family,"
John began, his voice trembling with emotion.
"They locked us up in a basement, Anna. They beat us, starved us, tortured us. We tried to escape so many times, but we always failed."
Lily shuddered, memories of their ordeal still fresh in their mind. "We lost hope, Anna. We lost faith. We thought we were going to die down there." John nodded, his eyes clouded with pain.
"But then, one day, a guard took pity on us. He helped us escape, Anna. He risked his life to save ours."
Anna listened in horror as they described their escape, their journey to freedom fraught with danger and uncertainty. But through it all they clung to each other, determined to survive.
"We ended up here in your city, Anna," John continued. "We were looking for a place to stay, a place to hide. And that's when we met you."
Anna's heart swelled with pride as she remembered the day they walked into her diner, weary and afraid. "I'm so glad you found me, John. I'm so glad I could help you." Lily smiled softly, her eyes shimmering with tears. "You gave us food, clothing, kindness. You made us feel human again, Anna. After being treated like animals for so long, you were like a beacon of light in the darkness." Anna reached out and hugged them tightly. "You two were the strongest people I've ever met. You never gave up, even when things seemed impossible." John and Lily returned her embrace, holding on to each other and Anna as if they never wanted to let go.
"We left you, Anna," John said, his voice thick with regret. "We left without saying goodbye, without a word of explanation. We were scared, Anna, scared for ourselves, scared for you."
Anna shook her head, tears streaming down her cheeks. "You did what you had to do, John. I understand." Lily wiped away her tears, her heart heavy with guilt. "But we never forgot about you, Anna. We never stopped thinking about you, wondering if you were okay." Anna smiled through her tears. "I never forgot about you either, Lily. You were always in my thoughts, always in my heart." They stayed at the diner for hours, talking and laughing, catching up on lost time. They shared their plans and dreams, their hopes for the future. And through it all, their bond grew stronger, forged by the fires of adversity and the light of friendship. Chris was ecstatic to see Anna finally reunited with John and Lily after months of anticipation.
"Anna, I'm so glad you decided to meet up with them. It's been too long," he exclaimed, a wide grin spreading across his face. Anna returned his smile, her eyes shining with happiness. "I know, Chris. I've missed them so much. I'm just grateful they're safe and healthy." As they settled into a cozy booth at the diner, John and Lily joined them, their presence filling the air with warmth and familiarity. The group chatted animatedly, catching up on each other's lives and sharing stories of their adventures since they last saw each other. John and Lily started visiting Anna often in Elmira, bringing her joy and comfort with their presence. They became like a family to her, and she cherished every moment they spent together. One day, as Anna and Lily were engrossed in a game of cards, Chris leaned in close to John and whispered, "Hey, John, did you know that Anna has been talking about pursuing art?"
John's eyes lit up with excitement.
"Really? That's fantastic news! I've always noticed Anna's talent and passion for art. Oh, I'd love to help her achieve her dream."
Chris nodded eagerly.
"I thought you might say that, but you know Anna. She's stubborn and independent. She won't accept charity easily." John chuckled softly. "I know, but I have an idea. Why don't I invite her to my house in Manhattan? I have a collection of art pieces from various artists and periods. Maybe seeing them up close will inspire her and show her the possibilities of art. Chris grinned. "That's a great idea, John. I'm sure Anna will appreciate the gesture."
Anna, intrigued and excited by the prospect of visiting Manhattan, readily agreed to John's invitation. She packed a small bag and boarded the train with John and Lily, feeling a mix of nervousness and anticipation. As they arrived at John's elegant house in Manhattan, Anna was awestruck by its size and grandeur. She felt a pang of insecurity, wondering if she belonged in such a luxurious environment. But John welcomed her warmly, his genuine smile putting her at ease.
"Welcome to my humble abode, Anna. I'm so glad you could join us," he said, leading her inside.
Anna gasped as she stepped into the spacious foyer, her eyes widening at the sight of the walls adorned with paintings, sculptures and photographs. She recognized some of the famous works such as Van Gogh's Starry Night, Monet's Water Lilies and Picasso's Guernica. She was equally captivated by the contemporary and abstract pieces, which challenged her perception and sparked her imagination. John noticed her fascination and smiled proudly.
"I'm glad you like it, Anna. This is my personal collection. I've been collecting art for years and, well, ever since I was a kid. Art has always been a source of inspiration and healing for me. It helped me cope with the trauma and pain of my past."
Anna's eyes shimmered with emotion as she listened to John's words. She felt a deep sense of connection with him, knowing that they shared a similar appreciation for the power of art to heal and transform.
"I want to share that with you, Anna,"
John continued, his voice gentle yet determined.
"You have a gift and you deserve to pursue it."
Anna's heart swelled with gratitude, but she couldn't shake her insecurities. "Thank you, John. Oh, you're very kind. I don't think I can do it. I don't have the money or the skills to go to art school. I don't even have a high school diploma. I'm just a waitress at a diner. I don't belong in this world of art." John shook his head and said,
"Don't say that, Anna. You belong wherever you want to belong. Money and skills are not the only things that matter. You have talent and passion, and that's more than enough. I want to help you, Anna. I have some connections in the art world, and I can get you into a prestigious art school in Manhattan. You can stay with me and Lily, and we'll support you all the way. Please, Anna, don't let your past hold you back. You have a bright future ahead of you."
Anna blinked, stunned by John's offer. She felt overwhelmed and grateful, but also scared and doubtful. She didn't know if she could accept such a generous and life-changing offer. She looked at John's sincere and hopeful eyes, and then at Lily's smiling and encouraging face. She felt a warmth in her heart and a spark in her soul. She realized that John and Lily were her true friends, and they wanted the best for her. She also realized that she wanted to follow her dream, and that she had a chance to do so. She took a deep breath and said, "Okay, John, I'll do it. I'll go to art school in Manhattan. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you, Lily. Thank you for everything." John and Lily hugged her tightly, cheering and clapping, happy and proud of her decision. They promised to help her prepare for the admission process and assured her that they would be there for every step of the way. They also hinted at a surprise they had in store for her, something they would reveal later. Anna felt a mix of emotions swirling inside her, but mostly happiness and excitement. She had just made the biggest decision of her life, and she was ready to face the challenges and opportunities that awaited her in the bustling streets of Manhattan. However, amidst her excitement, a pang of sadness crept in. She realized she would have to leave Elmira, the town where she had found solace and a sense of belonging, especially with Chris, the kind-hearted owner of the diner where she worked. She couldn't shake off the feeling of leaving behind the comfort and familiarity of the small-town life. After her conversation with John and Lily, Anna returned to the diner, her heart heavy with conflicting emotions. She found Chris behind the counter, wiping down the surfaces with a rag. "Hey, Chris," Anna said softly. Chris looked up, his eyes brightening at the sight of Anna.
"Hey there, kiddo, what's on your mind?" he asked, noticing the sombre expression on her face.
Anna hesitated for a moment before blurting out, I'm leaving, Chris. I'm going to art school in Manhattan." Chris's smile faltered for a brief moment before he composed himself.
"Wow, Anna, that's incredible news," he said, his voice filled with genuine happiness for her.
Anna nodded, her eyes misting over with tears. "Yeah, it's a big step for me." Chris stepped out from behind the counter and enveloped Anna in a warm hug.
"I'm proud of you, Anna. You've got a real talent and you deserve to chase your dreams."
Tears welled up in Anna's eyes as she hugged Chris back, feeling a surge of gratitude for his unwavering support and encouragement. "I'm going to miss you, Chris," Anna whispered, her voice barely above a whisper. Chris pulled away slightly and cupped Anna's face in his hands.
"And I'm going to miss you too, kiddo. But remember, you'll always have a home here, no matter where life takes you."
Anna nodded, her heart heavy with emotion. She knew that leaving Elmira meant leaving behind a piece of her heart, but she also knew that she couldn't pass up the opportunity to pursue her passion for art. As the days passed, Anna found herself caught up in a whirlwind of preparations for her move to Manhattan. John and Lily helped her with everything from filling out applications to packing up her belongings. Despite their busy schedules, they made sure to spend as much time with Anna as possible, offering words of encouragement and support every step of the way. One evening, as Anna sat in her room, surrounded by boxes and packing tape, John and Lily barged in, their faces lit up with excitement. "We have a surprise for you, Anna!" Lily exclaimed, practically bouncing with anticipation. Anna looked up, curiosity piqued. "What is it?" John grinned, holding out a small envelope.
"Open it and see for yourself."
With trembling hands, Anna took the envelope and carefully tore it open. Inside, she found 2 tickets to a Broadway show, her favourite musical. Her eyes widened in disbelief. "No way! How did you—" John winked.
"Let's just say we pulled a few strings. Consider it a pre-celebration for your big move to the big city."
Anna's heart swelled with gratitude as she threw her arms around John and Lily, unable to contain her excitement. "Thank you so much, you guys. This means the world to me." John and Lily laughed, exchanging knowing glances.
"Anything for our favourite artist," John said with a wink.
As the day of her departure drew near, Anna found herself filled with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. Leaving Elmira meant leaving behind the only life she had ever known. But it also meant embarking on a new adventure, one filled with endless possibilities and opportunities. On the morning of her departure, Anna stood outside the diner, her suitcase packed and ready to go. Chris stood beside her, a bittersweet smile playing on his lips.
"You ready for this, Anna?"
he asked, his voice tinged with emotion. Anna nodded, her eyes shimmering with unshed tears. "Oh, I think so, Chris. It's scary, but it's also exciting." Chris placed a hand on Anna's shoulder, his gaze softening.
"You're going to do great, kiddo. I do not doubt that."
Anna smiled through her tears, feeling a surge of gratitude for Chris's unwavering support. "Thank you, Chris, for everything." Chris pulled Anna into a tight hug, holding her close for a long moment.
"Take care of yourself out there, Anna. And remember, no matter where you go, you'll always have a home here."
With a heavy heart and a hopeful spirit, Anna bid farewell to Elmira and embarked on the journey of a lifetime, ready to chase her dreams and carve out a new path for herself in the bustling metropolis of Manhattan. As she looked ahead to the future, she knew that no matter where life took her, she would always carry with her the memories of the small town she once called home and the people who had helped shape her into the person she was meant to be. Anna couldn't believe her luck as she stepped into the cozy apartment that John and Lily had arranged for her in Manhattan. It was a spacious place with a welcoming vibe that immediately put her at ease. The living room was tastefully decorated, the kitchen well stocked, and the bedroom looked incredibly inviting. "Wow, this place is amazing!" Anna exclaimed, her eyes scanning the room in awe. John smiled, his eyes crinkling at the corners.
"We wanted you to feel at home here, Anna. Lily and I put a lot of thought into make it comfortable for you."
Lily, a bubbling teenager with a mischievous grin, bounced over to Anna. "I picked out some of the decorations. Do you like them?" Anna couldn't help but laugh at Lily's enthusiasm. "I love them. Thank you so much, Lily." John gestured towards the kitchen.
"We stock the fridge and pantry of some essentials, but if there's anything else you need, just let us know."
Anna felt a lump form in her throat as she looked at the welcome note and bouquet of flowers sitting on the table. "Thank you both, really. I don't know how to repay you for all of this." John waved off her thanks with a grin.
"No need for repayment, Anna. We're just happy to help."
Anna felt a warm surge of gratitude towards John and Lily. She hugged them both tightly, feeling a sense of belonging she hadn't experienced in a long time. The surprises didn't end there, though. As they made their way to the School of Visual Arts, SVA, John dropped another bombshell.
"I have something else to tell you, Anna,"
he said, a twinkle in his eyes.
"We've arranged for a scholarship for you."
Anna's jaw dropped in disbelief. "A scholarship? But how?" John explained how they had spoken to the dean of SVA, showcasing Anna's talent and potential. The dean was impressed and had agreed to grant Anna a full scholarship, covering all her tuition, fees and materials. Anna was speechless. She felt a rush of emotions. Gratitude, disbelief and overwhelming joy all rolled into one. She threw her arms around John and Lily, tears of happiness streaming down her face. "You two are incredible," she managed to choke out. "I don't know what to say." John hugged her back, his voice warm with affection.
"You don't have to say anything, Anna. We believe in you."
At SVA, Anna threw herself into her studies with newfound determination. With John's guidance and support, she explored new techniques and honed her skills. He introduced her to his contacts in the art world, opening doors she had never dreamt possible.
"Remember, Anna,"
John would say, his voice a steady presence in her ear,
"art is about expressing yourself. Don't be afraid to let your voice be heard."
Anna took his words to heart, pouring her soul into her paintings and sketches. She found inspiration in the bustling streets of Manhattan, capturing the energy and vibrancy of the city with each stroke of her brush. Lily was always there too, a constant source of laughter and encouragement. Whether they were exploring art galleries or binge-watching cheesy rom-coms, Lily's infectious enthusiasm never failed to lift Anna's spirits. "You're doing amazing, Anna," Lily would say, her eyes shining with pride. "I can't wait to see where your talent takes you." As the months passed, Anna's confidence grew. She began to see herself not just as a student, but as an artist in her own right. And through it all, John and Lily were there, cheering her on every step of the way. But it wasn't just about the art. They became a family in every sense of the word, sharing meals, swapping stories, and offering each other unwavering support through life's ups and downs. "You're like the big brother I never had," Anna said to John one evening, as they sat on the couch sipping mugs of hot chocolate. John grinned, ruffling her hair affectionately.
"And you're like the little sister I always wanted."
Lily chimed in from her spot on the floor, where she was sketching in her notebook. "And I'm the cool niece and daughter who keeps you both in line." They laughed, the sound filling the room with warmth and affection. At that moment, Anna knew she was exactly where she was meant to be. After the whirlwind of her first semester at SVA, Anna poured her heart and soul into her final project, titled Escape. It was more than just a collage. It was a visual narrative of her journey from a tumultuous past to the hopeful present she found in New York City. As Anna meticulously cut and glued newspaper clippings, photographs and drawings onto the canvas, she felt a sense of catharsis wash over her. Each piece told a story. The darkness of her abusive childhood contrasted with the brightness of her newfound freedom. Words like freedom, hope, and survivor punctuated the piece, expressing the emotions she had long kept buried. When the time came to display her artwork at the student gallery, Anna's heart raced with anticipation. Would her peers and professors understand the depth of her creation? The moment she stepped into the gallery and saw her piece hanging prominently on the wall, Anna's breath caught in her throat. She watched as people stopped to admire it, their eyes lingering on the intricate details and powerful symbolism. "I can't believe you created this," Lily whispered, her voice filled with awe. Anna smiled, her cheeks flushing with pride. "It's been a journey, that's for sure." Throughout the evening, Anna received an outpouring of positive feedback and praise. Professors commended her for her creativity and emotional depth, while fellow students praised the raw honesty of her work. As the semester drew to a close, Anna found herself standing on the stage at graduation, wearing a cap and gown and clutching her diploma tightly. John and Lily beamed with pride from the audience, their applause echoing in her ears as she accepted her degree. After the ceremony, amidst the sea of graduates and well-wishers, Anna spotted John and Lily making their way towards her, their faces radiant with joy. "Congratulations, Anna!" John exclaimed, enveloping her in a tight hug. Lily echoed his sentiment, her eyes shining with pride. "We're so proud of you!" Anna felt tears prickling at the corners of her eyes as she hugged them back. "Thank you, both of you. I couldn't have done it without your support." John reached into his pocket and pulled out a small box, handing it to Anna with a grin.
"We have a little something for you."
Anna's heart fluttered as she opened the box to reveal a delicate necklace. The pendant engraved with the word artist. "It's beautiful," Anna whispered, her voice choked with emotion. Lily beamed. "We wanted to give you something to remember this moment by. You're officially an artist, Anna." As they celebrated Anna's achievement, another familiar face appeared in the crowd. Chris, the owner of the diner where Anna had worked before coming to New York. His eyes sparkled with pride as he made his way over to them. "Anna!" Chris exclaimed, pulling her into a warm embrace. "I couldn't be happier for you." Anna smiled, feeling a rush of gratitude towards her former mentor. "Thank you, Chris. Oh, it means the world to me." Chris handed her a small wrapped package, a wistful smile tugging at the corners of his lips.
"I have something for you as well."
Anna unwrapped the package to find a framed photo of the diner staff, their faces frozen in a moment of camaraderie and warmth. A handwritten note accompanied the photo. "You'll always be a part of our family. Good luck, Anna. We'll miss you." Tears welled up in Anna's eyes as she read the note, her heart swelling with emotion. "Thank you, Chris. This means everything to me." They shared a bittersweet moment as they reminisced about Anna's time at the diner, the laughter and camaraderie they had shared. Though she was moving on to new adventures, Anna knew she would always carry the memories of her time at the diner close to her heart. As the evening drew to a close, Anna bid farewell to her professors, classmates and friends, her heart full of gratitude for the journey that had brought her to this moment. With John, Lily and Chris by her side, she felt ready to embark on the next chapter of her life, filled with endless possibilities and new horizons. As Anna delved deeper into her art, she found herself drawn to themes that reflected her personal journey and experiences. With each stroke of her brush and every piece of collage she carefully arranged, she poured her heart and soul onto the canvas. "It's like you're telling your story through your art," Lily remarked one evening as they sat in Anna's studio surrounded by her latest creations. Anna nodded, a thoughtful expression on her face. "Art has always been my way of processing my emotions and making sense of the world around me. Over the months that followed, Anna experimented with a variety of mediums: painting, collage, mixed media, each one offering a unique way to express herself. She explored themes such as identity, trauma, healing and hope, drawing inspiration from the artists she admired and studied at SVA. Frida Kahlo's boldness, Kinder Wildley's portrayal of black identity, Kara Walker's exploration of race and gender, they've all had a profound impact on my work. Anna explained to John one afternoon, flipping through a book of art history. John nodded, his eyes scanning the pages with interest.
It's incredible how art can be such a powerful form of self-expression and activism.
Anna smiled, grateful for John's understanding and support. Exactly, and I want my art to reflect not just my own experiences, but the experiences of others who may have faced similar struggles. She also drew from her cultural heritage, incorporating Indian motifs and patterns in her work. My heritage is a big part of who I am, she told Lily one day, as they sifted through stacks of fabric and paper. I want to celebrate it in my art. As Anna's reputation as an artist grew, so too did her opportunities to showcase her work. She participated in several exhibitions and residencies, sharing her art with audiences near and far. But it wasn't just about showcasing her work. Anna also found fulfillment in teaching art classes to children and adults, passing on her passion and skills to the next generation of artists. It's amazing to see how art can inspire and empower others, she mused to Chris one evening after a particularly rewarding class. I never realised just how much impact it could have. Chris nodded, a proud smile playing on his lips.
You have a gift, Anna, and it's clear that you're using it to make a difference in the world.
But perhaps Anna's most ambitious project yet was the mural she was commissioned to create for a public park in Manhattan. The mural was meant to celebrate the diversity and resilience of the city, serving as a beacon of hope and unity for its people. Anna dove headfirst into the project, immersing herself in research on the city's history and culture. She spent hours poring over books and articles, seeking inspiration for the vibrant tapestry she hoped to create. The mural is going to be a love letter to New York City, she declared to John and Lily one evening, sketching out her ideas on a large sheet of paper. John grinned, his eyes sparkling with excitement.
I can't wait to see it come to life.
As the months passed, Anna's vision began to take shape. With the help of a team of assistants and volunteers, she meticulously planned out every detail of the mural, coordinating with park authorities and the community to ensure its success. It's a labour of love, Anna admitted to Chris one day, wiping sweat from her brow as she stepped back to admire her progress. But I wouldn't have it any other way. Finally, the day arrived when Anna put the finishing touches on the mural, her heart swelling with pride as she stepped back to take it all in. It was a colourful and vibrant depiction of the city's spirit and potential, each brushstroke a testament to the resilience of its people. It's incredible, Lily breathed, her eyes wide with wonder. John nodded in agreement, his hand resting on Anna's shoulder.
You've truly outdone yourself, Anna.
As the mural was unveiled to the public, Anna felt a surge of emotion wash over her. The crowd gasped in awe at the sight before them, their applause echoing through the park. It's beautiful, a young girl whispered to her mother, her eyes shining with wonder. Anna smiled, her heart swelling with pride. I hope it brings joy and inspiration to everyone who sees it. As she stepped back to admire her handiwork, Anna spotted a familiar trio making their way through the crowd. John, Lily, and Chris. Their faces lit up with pride as they approached her, their eyes shining with admiration.
Anna, it's amazing, John exclaimed, pulling her into a tight hug.
Lily beamed, her eyes brimming with tears. You've captured the spirit of the city perfectly. Chris nodded, his voice choked with emotion.
I couldn't be prouder of you, Anna.
As they stood together, basking in the glow of Anna's success, she felt a deep sense of gratitude wash over her. These three individuals, John, Lily, and Chris, had been her greatest supporters and friends, guiding her through the highs and lows of her journey as an artist. I couldn't have done it without you, Anna whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. John squeezed her hand, a smile tugging at the corner of his lips.
We'll always be here for you, Anna, no matter what.
With a grateful smile, Anna turned back to the mural, feeling a sense of peace settle over her. At that moment, surrounded by the ones she loved, she knew that she had found her place in the world as an artist, a friend, and a beacon of hope for all who crossed her path. As Anna's mural gained attention worldwide, her inbox flooded with invitations and offers from galleries, museums, and organisations eager to showcase her work. The sudden surge of recognition left her feeling overwhelmed, but deeply honoured. She knew she owed much of her success to John and Lily's unwavering support. "Can you believe this?" Anna exclaimed one evening, scrolling through her emails with wide eyes. "I've been invited to exhibit my work in Paris, London, even Tokyo." John grinned, his eyes sparkling with pride.
I always knew you were destined for greatness, Anna.
Lily nodded in agreement, her excitement contagious. "Oh, I can't wait to see your art displayed all over the world." As the invitations poured in, Anna realised it was time to make a change. She had been living in John's apartment for some time now, grateful for his generosity, but she longed for a place to call her own. With the savings from her commissions and sales, she set out to find the perfect place. It didn't take long for Anna to find a spacious apartment in a quiet, safe neighbourhood not far from John and Lily's place. With its high ceilings and ample natural light, it felt like the perfect blank canvas for her to make her mark. "I can't believe this is all mine," Anna murmured to herself, running her fingers over the smooth surface of the walls. Decorating the apartment with her own style and taste, Anna filled it with her artworks and personal belongings, transforming it into a reflection of herself. From the colourful paintings adorning the walls to the cosy reading nook by the window, every corner exuded warmth and personality. When she finally finished unpacking, Anna made sure to invite John and Lily over to see her new place. As they admired her artwork and shared stories over cups of tea, Anna felt a sense of contentment wash over her. This was her home now, a sanctuary where she could create and thrive.
"We're so proud of you, Anna,"
John said, his voice filled with genuine affection.
"You've come so far."
Anna smiled, feeling a lump forming in her throat. "I couldn't have done it without you two. You've been my rock through it all." As the months passed, Anna's career continued to soar, fueled by her passion and determination. John and Chris watched her growth and success with pride, happy to see her overcome challenges and pursue her dreams.
"I can't believe how far you've come,"
Chris remarked one evening as they sat together in Anna's living room sipping glasses of wine. Anna grinned, feeling a surge of gratitude towards her mentor. "I owe a lot of it to you, Chris. You believed in me when no one else did." Their conversation soon turned to Anna's plans for the future. With her newfound success, she had decided to embark on a journey to travel the world and create art inspired by her experiences.
"It's a big step,"
John said, his brow furrowing with concern.
"Are you sure you're ready for it?"
Anna nodded, her eyes shining with excitement. "I've never been more sure of anything in my life. This is what I've always dreamed of." As the date of her departure drew near, Anna decided to host a dinner in her new apartment to celebrate her success and thank her closest friends for their unwavering support. "It's beautiful, Anna," Lily exclaimed, her eyes scanning the cosy dining room adorned with flickering candles and fresh flowers. Anna smiled, feeling a sense of pride as she surveyed the scene. "I wanted to make it special for all of you. You mean the world to me." As they sat down to enjoy a delicious meal prepared by Anna herself, she shared her plans to travel the world and create arts inspired by her experiences. From the bustling streets of Paris to the tranquil temples of Kyoto, she hoped to capture the beauty and diversity of the world around her. John, Chris, and Lily listened with rapt attention, offering words of encouragement and admiration for Anna's courage.
"You're going to do amazing things, Anna," John said, raising his glass in a toast. "We'll be cheering you on every step of the way."
As the evening wore on, they exchanged gifts, each one a symbol of their bond and love for one another. John and Lily presented Anna with a scrapbook filled with memories of their time together, along with a bracelet representing their friendship. Chris gifted her a leather jacket and a keychain, both meaningful tokens of their shared journey. "I'll cherish these forever," Anna whispered, her eyes brimming with tears. As the night came to a close, John and Lily bade Anna farewell, promising to see her off at the airport the following week. Chris lingered behind, offering Anna a final embrace.
"You're going to change the world, Anna," he said, his voice filled with pride. "I'll be waiting for your return."
Alone in her apartment, Anna felt a mix of emotions, but mostly happiness and excitement. She had just shared a memorable dinner with her closest friends, receiving meaningful gifts, and made a life-changing decision. Ready to embark on her new adventure, she knew she had found her true happiness with the support of her loved ones. As Anna embarked on her journey around the world, her mind buzzed with excitement and anticipation. Armed with her sketchbook and camera, she set out to explore new landscapes, cultures and experiences, each one fueling her creativity and igniting her passion for art. From the bustling streets of Paris to the serene temples of Kyoto, Anna immersed herself in the beauty and diversity of the world around her. With each new destination, she found inspiration in the vibrant colours, intricate patterns and rich textures that surrounded her. Despite the distance, Anna made sure to stay in touch with her closest friends, Chris, John and Lily. Through emails, phone calls and video chat, she shared glimpses of her adventures and updates on her latest projects. "I wish you could see this, Chris," Anna said one evening, her voice tinged with excitement as she described the bustling market she had stumbled upon in Marrakesh. Chris chuckled on the other end of the line.
"I'll just have to use my imagination, won't I? But seriously, Anna, I am so proud of you."
John and Lily, too, followed Anna's journey with keen interest, eagerly awaiting each new update. "Can you believe she's in Antarctica now?" Lily exclaimed one evening, her eyes wide with wonder. "She's truly living her dream!" As Anna's travels took her to far-flung corners of the globe, her mind buzzed with ideas for her upcoming exhibition. She sketched and painted feverishly, capturing the essence of each destination in vibrant hues and bold strokes. Finally, after 2 years of globetrotting and artistic exploration, Anna returned home to New York City. As she stepped off the plane and into the bustling airport terminal, her heart skipped a beat at the sight of a familiar name board. Artist. And there they were, waiting for her with open arms, Chris, John and Lily, their faces lit up with joy and excitement.
"Anna!"
Chris exclaimed, his voice filled with genuine affection as he enveloped her in a tight hug. Tears of happiness filled Anna's eyes as she hugged each of them in turn. "Oh, I missed you all so much!" Back in her beloved city, Anna wasted no time in getting to work on her exhibition. With the support of her friends by her side, she poured her heart and soul into each painting, infusing them with the memories and experiences of her travels. Finally, the day of the exhibition arrived. As Chris, John and Lily walked through the gallery doors, their eyes widened in awe at the sight before them, row upon row of vibrant paintings, each one a testament to Anna's talent and vision.
"It's incredible!"
John murmured, his voice filled with pride. Lily nodded in agreement, her eyes shining with admiration. "I can't believe she's created all of this!" As they made their way through the gallery, they came upon a space titled My Family. There, hanging proudly on the wall, were paintings of Chris, John, and Lily, each one capturing their essence in vivid detail. Anna watched nervously as her friends studied the paintings, her heart pounding in her chest. Would they like them? Tears welled up in Chris's eyes as he gazed at the painting of himself, his expression one of awe and gratitude.
Anna, this is incredible.
John and Lily echoed his sentiment, their voices filled with emotion.
We're so proud of you, Anna.
In that moment, surrounded by her closest friends and her proudest creations, Anna felt a sense of peace wash over her. She had come so far from the scared and lonely girl she had once been, thanks to the unwavering support of her chosen family, Chris, John, and Lily. As the exhibition drew to a close, Anna reflected on her journey and the people who had helped her along the way. With their love and encouragement, she overcame her struggles and emerged as a confident and accomplished artist. But Anna's journey was far from over. Inspired by her own experiences, she began to use her art as a tool for social change, helping those in need and advocating for causes close to her heart. Together, with Chris, John, and Lily by her side, Anna embarked on a new chapter of her life, one filled with purpose, passion, and endless possibilities. And as she looked to the future, she knew that with their love and support, she could overcome any challenge that came her way.